It's Corner House Chronicles Day.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Corner House Chronicles. This is episode 87. I'm John.
I'm Jason.
And with us tonight,
Nichole.
Adam.
And
Aldara. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Glad to have
Appreciate you. So the reason I wanted to have you over is because you are a foreign exchange student from which country again?
I'm from Spain.
Spain. Okay, cool. Now, how far of a flight is that?
It was 16 hours.
Oh,
My goodness.
how boring was it?
I slept much of.
Oh, nice.
Where did you land when you got here?
I went from Madrid, which is the capital, to Philadelphia,
Ooh,
and then I went to Detroit.
okay.
Okay.
And I got picked up there.
You didn't stick around in Philly too long, I hope.
Oh,
No, it was
Some-
just like 3 hours.
Okay.
okay.
Some bad stuff out that way, I
It's
hear.
a rough city.
Okay, cool. So, you are a junior this year in high school?
Yeah.
What was it like?
Extremely easy. I mean, that's the big difference between Spain and here, like in education. In Spain, it's way more complicated.
Really?
Yeah.
So is this like going back a few grades and starting? Yeah.
Like 3 or something.
Yeah, a little bit remedial. Okay.
So, what the kids here are learning in 11th grade, you had already been taught like
Mm.
8th?
Some
Ninth.
of not all of it, but like some of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear.
America.
I know Taylor, our city,
Oh, it's rough.
that we're in now, is bad when it comes to other cities.
Oh, yeah. We're the worst in Wayne County. And Wayne County's the worst in Michigan, I believe. So,
So, had you? This was your first trip to America?
Yes.
I'm trying to say, how do I say this? What was it like? Did you sign up because it bettered your grade, or did you was it a want to come to America thing, or?
I didn't want to come at first, but my best friend she wanted me to come to have this like experience together,
Mm-hmm.
and I got a scholarship, so I didn't pay. But
Oh.
she just convinced me at first. I didn't want to, and then I came.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. What? Let's see. What's been your favorite part? Let's start there.
I don't know. I think the family that I got,
Yeah.
it was great.
Oh.
Oh.
Now, how'd y'all sign up for this?
I went online and I went
the
on
internet.
foreign exchange student, and then I got a call from some lady, and she said, "Here, fill this paperwork out," like a whole profile I had to do, and then it was like adopting a kid. Like you
Right.
have to look at a whole bunch of different profiles, and then I said I wanted her, and she was actually on hold for somebody else, and they were like, "You have to pick like 5 other people." I'm like, I don't want anybody but her. So if I can't, I did not want anybody.
Oh, wow.
And then a couple days later, she was available, and we got her.
Huh.
So was that like on the website they had all the profiles and stuff?
No.
They sent
No.
you like.
Yeah. Like, you have to be approved and everything before seeing the kids'
Okay.
like, information and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, they had like you can go through their photos of each individual person.
Mhm.
And I told Nichole, I was like, I do not want a foreign exchange student that's like posing like a model and wearing these skimpy outfits and all
Mhm.
that stuff. I was like, I don't want that kind of person.
Right, because you guys got other young ones in the house too.
Well,
You gotta watch the influence.
Like, like I just don't want that
Yeah.
kind of, like environment where you got this girl that's always in these skimpy outfits. It's like, no.
Right.
I don't want that kind of mentality in this house.
Okay.
Especially too, I got a daughter, so I want her to be able to look up to somebody and all this stuff. And Aldara, she's like, I don't know, like Hermione in Harry Potter or whatever. Like, she's very like all about her education, and she just seemed very fitting, especially with the profile that she had. We really liked it. It seemed to fit well with us. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
I was just going to say, she's like me. Jeans and a hoodie,
nice.
like all the time.
All the time.
It's
Very
all about
plain,
comfort.
Very plain in a good way.
And
Thanks.
apparently summer here is just jeans and a hoodie every day now. It's just rain. That's all we get.
Yeah, she was far from that whole like California girl type,
Yeah.
beach body crap that all these kids have nowadays. She's more she when you talk to her, she's very, very knowledgeable and educated and smart, very smart. So that's the one thing that drew us, I think, was picking somebody like that.
Now, did you have any say-so in who was on the other end of your trip?
Not really. I could deny the family, but I couldn't choose.
Okay.
It was just what I got.
Okay.
Was it a scary, building up before you found out more about the family?
Yeah, because they picked me up June 12th or something, but I didn't get a call until June 25th. So
Oh, wow.
I thought that I was not gonna get picked by anybody.
Oh.
So yeah, it was pretty cool when my mom called me saying that I had a family.
Awesome.
Now, were your parents cool with the trip and everything, or?
I mean, they were scared because
Well,
it's just
yeah.
a year, but they knew that it was really good for me.
Yeah.
So they let me go.
That's awesome.
Do you have siblings?
No.
No siblings? Your only
No.
child?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. When you're back in Spain, did you have a job? Did you work at all? Or?
Oh no, we don't have jobs until older.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like out of school?
Yeah,
Really?
out of college more.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
It's-
interesting.
It's different.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
Excuse me.
There's what was it that you were wanting to study?
I wanted to be a teacher in Spain,
Okay.
teaching English in Spain. So this was a great opportunity for me to learn actual English.
you didn't know much English before?
I knew some, but I think I improved a little bit at
Oh.
least.
Being
She
more
improved
immersed in it. Yeah.
Immensely.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
imagine, a year, you pick up on the little things.
Now, have you guys picked up any Spanish?
I know.
It's-
Viviana.
Mañana.
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 Feliz cumpleaños.
Feliz cumpleaños. Yeah.
And you said that one of your friends also did this?
Oh yeah, I have 3 or 4 friends that came here too, but they just spread us out. They don't let us be together.
Oh,
No.
Okay.
No.
Are they even in Michigan?
I think some of them are, but I don't know them. I mean, my best friend, she's in Louisiana.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
My other friend, she's in Oklahoma, and then I had one in New
I
York.
feel bad for your friend in Oklahoma.
Yeah, he's a huge fan of Oklahoma over here.
Oklahoma's not a nice place. It's sad. It's a sad place.
Well,
I've had my sad experiences in Oklahoma.
It's about Aldara,
I
not
know.
you.
Oh, this is
Just
about
tell
having a
you,
good time.
if you
so-
wanna share,
Yeah, absolutely. Stories
Feel
are fun.
free.
Oh, we'll do it later.
Okay. The old after hours recording. I like it.
So, what's something that you miss from home?
Besides family.
Yeah.
Friends.
Right.
I don't know. I think food.
Food. Yeah.
Because I mean, it's not that there's no good food here, but I come from a place in Spain that has really good food, so I'm used to that. And here was fast food and stuff,
Yeah.
but I still like it.
We're not known for our food here,
The
unless
cuisine,
you like coney dogs.
Right.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite that you've had here that you didn't have back home?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, because
Okay, let me start. Let me
We ask the
rephrase
tough
that. You're right.
questions here.
Do they have fast food? in your-
yeah, we have the only thing that we don't have there that we have here, it's Taco Bell, which was weird. And then the first time it was so weird. The first time that I got there, and I think that's the only one that actually is different.
Tim Hortons.
Oh yeah, and Tim Hortons.
Oh wow, her eyes lit up when that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she likes it.
I like it.
You're a fan, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's the Timbits that she's a fan of. It's probably like a big coffee drinker or.
What's the name of the coffee again? I remember
French vanilla iced cappuccino.
that one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I like the just French vanilla cappuccino. I'm not big on the iced, but
I like the ice.
Yeah. Man, I had a whole slew of questions
Again,
in my
this
head, and
is
it's
like-
just like a dead zone in here. I lose train of thought every time. What were we just talking about? The food. Okay.
Food.
What about music and movies and stuff?
Ooh,
I mean,
yeah,
with
that's a good
the
question.
with the internet, obviously you have access to a lot of things, but
The music that I like it's the same as here.
Okay.
Like I remember one time we were in the car, and you were like, "Why do you know all these songs in English?" I'm like, "It's the same ones that I listen at home." So it wasn't any different, and the movie's like the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're just translated if they need to be, or
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Okay.
now it's weird to listen like anything that's not original version. It's weird, really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually amazed because when she first came over, she was struggling a little bit with the English, right? And now she talks like a pro. But
Thanks.
Yeah. No, you sound really good.
she had
Absolutely.
already, every movie that when we talk about movies, she's already seen them all. I mean, she knows the American movies well. And
Okay.
she's like, "Oh, that's a classic. I love that one, blah, 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 blah."
Ooh.
So I was
All
actually
right.
surprised at how much American was over in
Are you a-
Spain and that she was,
Are you a fan of Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
She even rolled her eyes at you like,
I just want to make sure here.
Yeah, I don't like the new one, but the
You
old
get
one.
so many points for that. Awesome.
Well, I got to tell you one thing that I've enjoyed is Facebook. Obviously, that connects us all now. That's the way it is. All your firsts, like the first this, the first that. Was that really the first time you had seen snow? Like legitimately?
Not like seen, but I mean, I've never seen like snowing, like the actual snowing. I've seen snow,
Okay.
but never snowing.
Okay.
And it was pretty cool. Yeah.
How big is the town or city or whatever you come
Oh,
from?
small.
Is it? Oh, really?
Small.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Spain, it's a little bit bigger than Michigan,
The whole country.
the whole country.
I should probably know this kind of stuff. I mean,
We
went out of school for
discussed
20
Taylor
years,
schools
right?
and how quality they are.
That's true. I'm not doing myself any favors there.
Well,
Wow, that's so tiny.
Yeah.
So the capital is Madrid, correct?
Mhm.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And that's how big is that? Like
That's
the size of Taylor or
probably
Detroit?
not.
A little
No.
bigger.
I hope a little bit bigger than Taylor, but yeah, I really don't know how to
Okay, that's fair.
compare. Okay.
because I've never been there, so I don't know.
Oh no.
No.
Okay. So where's the airport that you flew out of? Is it in the town that you live in, or real close? Or?
Yeah, it was from Galicia. It's like a province
Okay.
in Spain, and from there I flew to Madrid, but I didn't get out. It was just like the airport, and then I went here. I didn't get to see Madrid. Or
Okay.
anything.
Oh, okay.
Now let's see. You go back home next week, correct?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to drag it out here, but
trying to make us cry.
no, I'm leading to my question: is do you
Okay.
plan to come back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, ooh. Yeah. In a couple of years, I was hoping to come here like the whole summer because that's what I'm missing. I
Right.
came in
August.
August, and I'm leaving in June, so I don't get to
Oh,
see
you
the
get the
summer.
full- yeah. Well,
Well, you ain't missing much. It's
you
just
really
rain.
aren't. Our best season is the fall, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah, when the colors change and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
that was pretty.
Have you gone on any trips while here?
Yeah, I went to Chicago
Nice.
and to New York.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How'd you enjoy that?
Prefer Chicago because I don't know, it's more like the kind of city that I like.
Awesome.
So you want to be a teacher,
Mhm.
and then do you plan on bringing that and teaching here, or do you want to vacation here and
I don't know.
No. Okay.
I mean, I was hoping to like teach in Spain because in Spain everybody hates English because they don't know how
Don't
to
blame
teach
you.
it.
Oh, okay.
So I was trying to like change that. I don't know, at least for me.
Find a new way to connect
Yeah.
with the kids. Yeah.
You should see her when you get on the topic of Spanish people speaking English.
I
She
get
kept
mad.
me up till 3 a.m. because she was so mad at how Spanish people speak English. It's like politics for her.
Oh, wow.
No. But sometimes it's
She's
just
like,
annoying.
listen here, okay?
Now, do your parents speak pretty good English, or
Meh. I mean, my dad, they both understand English because
Okay.
they came here and they understood a little bit, but not really much.
But yes,
But
They-
yeah,
they were good when they came
Yeah.
here. And she said, my mom doesn't know as good as my dad does. And
because
then,
she didn't. Before I left home, she didn't know how to speak English.
and then she comes here and I'm like, she understands me, I understand her, and her dad would kind of be like, okay,
She was probably taking some of that Rosetta Stone or something back at home, like practicing her English. You know.
But that's kind of how Aldara was when she first came over. She was like, I don't know how to say this. I don't know, I'm trying to understand. And then, I mean, literally in a short amount of time, bam.
Picked it right up, huh?
Yeah.
Do you speak like fluent Spanish around their kids and like mess with them a little bit, or?
Sometimes when I call my friends or my family, I'm like talking to them, and my sister just staring at me like, "What are you saying?"
She's so loud, and her hands move, and she's walking around the house, and we're just
because there's no
like,
Wi-Fi. I'm just trying to. Yeah.
We worked at a certain pizzeria that we're not going to name because we've named them so many times it's ridiculous. But we had a kid from France,
Benny,
who barely spoke any English whatsoever, and he would call his mom back in France, and of course he's on the phone, so we only get his side of the conversation. Blew my mind every time because it's just mouths going, and these words, these sounds that I don't understand. This is crazy.
I record her while she's talking. She's like, "Stop recording me." I was like, "Well, it's funny."
Yeah, I get louder when I speak Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're loud. We're like a loud. Like, we're loud. Spain is loud because one time we went to France, and when we came back, it was like one day in the morning we were in France, and then at night we were in Spain. And you could tell the difference between what we ate at lunch, because like it was quiet, everybody was like normal, and then we crossed the border, and we had dinner, everybody was screaming, everybody was just singing, and it was like, you knew that it
Real
was
festive.
Spain.
More expressive.
Right. Wow. That's pretty cool.
How many countries have you been to?
I've been in Portugal, which is like in Spain, almost. Then I've been in France, in England, Italy, and I've been in Greece, but I don't remember because I was like 4 or 5. And I think I'm missing one. I don't remember. I don't know, something like that.
That's still awesome.
America. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. What was the biggest eye opener when you first came over?
What do you mean by it?
Like when you came to America for the first time, was there like a dramatic change, from living in Spain? Was there like your environment, like, oh, I've never been in this kind of environment before, it's way different?
I mean, for me, especially, I came from a house with no kids, no animals, no anything, to have 3 siblings, 3 dogs, 4 cats, lizards, and a chameleon, and snakes, scorpions.
Yeah, y'all got a petting
spiders.
farm going on over there.
Yeah.
Huh?
It was weird, but
Does that make you want to have a dog or a cat when you
I
get
always
back?
wanted to have a dog, but my parents don't let me
Aw.
because we live in an apartment, so we really can't have one.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Are they like? Is the apartment tiny? I mean, I'm not.
Or they might have rules against
no.
it.
Yeah,
possibly.
yeah. I was just curious if
No, it's not that it's tiny. It's just that,
just not allowed.
yeah, I don't really know why. I just don't argue much.
She's on the 7th floor.
Yeah,
Is
Emma's
it?
Oh, yeah. So taking the dog out for a walk or to go use the bathroom is going to be a trek.
All right, wait. So you got to ride an elevator up and down every day
Yeah.
to go to school. To
Yeah.
oh my goodness, that would drive me insane. I'm
Yeah.
not a fan of elevators. I get
When-
kind of claustrophobic.
And when it gets broken.
Oh, then
That's
7
fun.
flights of stairs.
What does your dad do?
My dad? When what? Oh, because he works in the elevator thing?
Yeah.
I mean, he can't do anything because that's not his elevator. It's like, there's like a rule or something that you cannot have the elevator in your house. Like, I don't know how to explain. It's like,
But I meant, what's his job?
like he sells like service for elevators. Like if it gets broken, he goes and fixes it.
Repairs it.
Yeah, but he cannot fix ours because it's not in his company.
Okay.
It's from another company.
Could be some kind of
So that
insurance thing
the
too.
people
you
who
know?
own the building could have a contract with a separate company
Yeah.
that only they can work on it.
And if he works
Yeah.
on it out of contract and something happens to the elevator, okay,
Yeah, it's
it could be
like
problems.
not allowed. Yeah.
Right. Oh, so he didn't mind moving y'all to the 7th floor. He's like, I'll fix it. I don't mind elevators.
Or somebody else is fixing. Like, no, you're doing it wrong. Doing it wrong.
Watching your parents arrive at the airport. That was a pretty cool video. I enjoyed watching that moment. You know, that must have been, what was that? 6 months after? Wasn't it like January or February when they came?
7-ish, something
Ooh,
like
in
that.
the
Because
wintertime?
It was 3 months ago, 3.5 something.
Something like that.
So, yeah.
It's around
I don't
March,
know.
maybe.
We don't do math real
Yeah.
well around here either.
No, it was in April because it was my birthday.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
The
So
beginning of April.
yeah.
And y'all went to a Tigers game, correct?
That was
Did you have fun?
yeah.
Yeah.
This is my first game. Like I don't even go to soccer games in Spain, so
No.
it was like my first game in like an actual game, like official.
Did you do the wave?
No, we were
Oh.
like apart from the
Well, we were in a suite, but
yeah.
Okay.
nobody really did the wave that day.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
the Tigers aren't that great. So,
Yeah, I mean the whole story around her parents coming was kind of unfortunate because you were going to go.
Oh yeah.
You were going to go visit them, right, in New York.
Yeah. The idea was like my parents were gonna come to New York, and I was gonna fly by myself to New York and meet them there and see the city for like a couple days, and then we're all gonna come back from like here, and then like stay here around, and then go to Chicago again, and then come back. That was the plan, but I'm not allowed to fly by myself.
Really?
And we
'Cause
realized
underage.
that like a couple of days before my parents came. No, actually not even that. The same day, right?
No, it was the night before.
The night before, something like that. But I couldn't tell my parents that I was not gonna be able to see them
They were
in New
already on a
York.
plane.
They were already there, so
Oh, wow.
they realized once they landed.
So then they just hopped. Did they stay in New York for a little bit and
Yeah,
check it out and then
yeah. And
fly
then-
here?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to get permission from the place in Spain
Yeah,
and
and New York.
New York here. If you have to ask if she's allowed to do this stuff, like she's not supposed to see her parents at all while she's here. So
Really?
yeah.
Oh, that's
So her
weird.
parents said that the people in Spain okayed it, and then I'm ready to send her on a flight, and then we talked to our rep here, and she said she can't do that, and I'm like, she already has her ticket and everything. So she came over the next day, and we were trying to figure it out, but she couldn't go, and then she was saying that her parents couldn't even see her while they were here,
That is insane.
and they
Yeah.
had a Airbnb
Oh.
at like Telegraph and Northline. And I'm like, they're going to be that close to her and can't even see her.
Yeah, no.
But then,
No, that's-
New York okayed it. And
Yeah, and then because of all this mess with New York and stuff, they let me go to the New York trip for free.
Oh.
It was like $900, and I went for free, which was
Nice.
cool.
Sweet.
yeah,
Yeah.
Was that your parents' first time here?
My mom's, yes. My dad, my dad came when he was young.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Yeah.
As a student? Like, did he do the same
no,
thing? Oh,
he just
okay.
came like vacation.
Oh, okay. Now, is this something that you can only do once?
Yes.
So you can't go back and then come back for your senior year?
No, because I mean, I was told that you can only do it in 11th grade if you wanted to do it with like a scholarship. But there's people that are seniors, there are freshmen, and I mean those people pay for it, and it's like extremely
Oh.
expensive.
Right, right.
Oh,
But-
wow. I never knew that you had to pay
Oh yeah, it's
to be an exchange student.
it's like I don't know, like $25,000.
Oh my
Holy
goodness.
cow.
Yeah,
You have to pay that to be
here.
a foreign exchange student?
Yeah.
Whoa. Or you get a scholarship.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right, that's the other. Okay.
Mm.
Damn.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Who gets that money?
Who has that money to go, yeah, here, kid, go on a trip?
Yeah.
No, I want to know who collects it. Who gets it? Is that like
Well, I would say, like,
these people in New York? Is it like an agency or something that?
Yeah, because you have to pay for like your flight.
Okay.
You have to pay for like being in school that year, like whole year, and then like I don't know the word. Like to keep you safe if you have an injury, you have
insurance?
insurance. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like it gets extremely expensive,
Wow.
which is cool having a
I
scholarship.
did not know that. Did y'all ever want to do that? Be a student? You know? No.
I did. I wanted to do it in Israel, but that was never going to happen. But yeah, I kind of want to do that in what do they call the kibbutz or whatever, You stay there and you help the farmers.
Oh yeah,
You kind of
you
help
work
them
for
out.
your
yeah. I thought that was cool. But
They do have a few companies that you can join, or I don't know if it's company or groups online that you sign up, and they'll have like throughout different countries saying like, oh, well, this farm or this place needs help working. You can go there, and as long as you work for them, they'll feed you and house you. And a friend of mine knows a couple people who has done, like, they've gone, South America, over to Switzerland, like a bunch of different places, and then ended up in, like, California, just helping out.
Yeah, I think, was it like free stay if you just help work? Yeah.
As long as you're working, like, as a hand for the farm or whatever they need.
Yeah, all right, I'll see you guys there.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was interesting just for the because I like the Israeli army. I thought the Israeli army is pretty cool. You know, the military and everything they got going on.
Yeah, like
there.
everybody signs up, right?
Have to.
Yeah, they have to.
Right out of high school or something.
Yeah,
you have to put your 2 years in or something.
Yeah, men and women have to. You know, it's mandatory. So and
They
their
deal with a lot of
situation
stuff over there.
is
So
different. It's different than over here.
Right.
So yeah, but no, I didn't end up doing that.
now, what about a trip to Spain? Is that in the future? Do you guys got a plan to go? Maybe stay with her for a little bit, or?
We talk about it, but it's expensive.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Well,
imagine.
yeah.
There should be a company that does it for like the
The
reverse
families?
side of
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
So where the
To
families can
y'all
go.
can go
There
and
you go.
hang out.
Good
Are you guys
thinking.
considered a host family?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, a company that sends the host family back to visit
Right.
the student, like say a year or so later.
Somebody should get on top of that.
Trademark.
I feel like right. We should start that idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably go to Spain if Shakira was over there.
Jeez.
Well,
Jeez, Adam.
Trying to think what movies have been like centered in Spain. Wasn't there a Fast and the Furious movie that took place in Spain? One where they drugged a safe through the city.
I've only seen one of the
Okay.
18.
All right.
There's like a lot of old Western movies that were
Yep.
taped there.
The
but
spaghetti westerns.
Yeah. But I mean, they have like a city with like the actual Western thing.
Well-
And I went there when I was like 4. I just remember like pictures. And it was so cool because you could see like the scenes and they made like acts there. And it was pretty cool when I was like 4 something. I got scared because a cowboy came in with like fake guns and was pointing at my mom. And I got scared. I started crying. Yeah.
It's like that scene from National Lampoon's Vacation where the bartender shoots the gun. Don't worry, they're blanks.
Yeah.
The
Kid's
kids
like,
can't hear.
So explain a little bit more about like because you don't have states, right?
I mean, Spain is the size of a state, a small state. So we have like provinces.
Right.
We have like 50 provinces. And I'm from Galicia. which is-
Galicia? That's how you
Galicia,
say it?
yeah.
Okay.
which is like the north. It's like right on top of Portugal. It's
Okay.
north, west. I always have to do the northwest. And it's one of the small ones. But we speak another language apart from Spanish.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we speak Spanish, and then because we're so close to Portugal, we made a mix between Spanish and
Like
Portuguese.
a hybrid between.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and we speak that too. My mom, that was she speaks.
That's interesting.
Hmm
How about
I know Portuguese is not as easy.
Oh,
from-
it's I like it. I mean, it's really soft
Wow.
and musically thing. I don't know how to explain it. It's
like
weird.
the flow of it?
Yeah.
Do you like your own language?
I know why you're asking that.
That seems like a setup question.
So I don't like Spanish. I love Galician and I love English, but I
Mhm.
hate Spanish.
Really?
It's so weird to talk, and it's too complicated. It's just weird.
I'll tell you, I bombed that class when I was in school. They make us take, it was like French, Spanish, or German. You had to pick
yeah.
one. And all my friends were in Spanish. I'm like, yeah, I'll take that.
And the
whatever.
Spanish teacher was awesome.
He was a cool dude, yes.
Oh, man.
But I didn't. I could count to 10,
Yeah.
and then I could say,
Voy a la biblioteca.
not that.
I
That
could,
guy.
because that was on the book.
Okay.
What was that look, Aldara?
Was it bad?
I heard biblioteca, which is library, but I didn't know what you said at first.
Voy a las biblioteca.
Vuelas? Or something, because that's fly. And it's
Oh, all right.
I don't know.
It was supposed to be I'm going to the library, but
I'm going to fly to the library.
I might have a
Voy.
plane. We don't know.
Voy, en plan, voy a la biblioteca.
VOY, voy.
Yeah, voy. Yeah.
Again, Taylor Schools.
There we go.
Yeah. I used to know how to say rough night. That was mainly for our teacher, because then he would leave you alone. As long as you said in Spanish, it was nice. Otherwise, you couldn't sleep in his class.
I was no good at it. So,
No.
yeah. But that's funny you don't like it.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, because I have these two languages and one, I mean, I prefer Galician. That's the name of the language, Galician.
Okay.
Better than Spanish, and I don't know why. I just don't like it.
Now, if you were to go into Portugal,
Yeah.
do they understand that
Yeah.
little hybrid language you got going on? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to the like south, it's way harder. But if you go from the north center, you can understand what they're saying.
Okay.
We're learning a lot.
Yeah,
today.
no shit. That's what I'm saying, man. I've never been to, well, unless you count Canada. I don't count Canada,
Canada
as
doesn't
another
count.
country.
It's like another state.
It's like,
Yeah.
just there. But I've never been out of the country. I have no intention on leaving the country. I just, it's just not on my bucket list to do, right? So, but that's awesome because you got jump start on it
yeah.
really
Mhm.
early.
Yeah, I'm always traveling with my family.
Yeah.
Looking forward. Yeah,
That's
I have
awesome.
family in London, so I've been there like 5 times or 6.
Nice.
Hmm.
Now, what's your favorite thing about England? Or like when you go there?
I like there's a lot of different culture people,
Mm.
and I like the parks and like actual like the city, the sound of the city.
Okay.
It's weird. I like the mood.
Like the hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
Okay. I imagine it's not like that in your small
No.
province, right?
No.
I did have one question that I wanted to ask you. Here in the United States, we have the Sasquatch, right?
The what?
Bigfoot.
Okay.
Are there any urban myths or anything from your neck of the woods that we don't have here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially where I live, it's called. We have a lot. Where I live, it's also called the Land of the Witches
Ooh.
because there's like a lot of myths about like magic and monsters and caves with mysteries and legends.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we have a legend in my city. It's called Coruña, and and we have this tower that was built, I don't know, like 5,000 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like the actual tower is new, like 100 years ago, but the light it's a lighthouse. So
Okay.
the actual light is from 5,000 years ago. It's the oldest one that actually works.
Wow.
And there's a whole myth about that tower. That's Hercules, that's the name of the tower, the Hercules Tower. Hercules like killed Goliath there in that spot, and the skull of Goliath is buried under the tower.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Really?
that's why the shield has like a skull under the actual shield.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that is pretty sweet.
That's way better than the Sasquatch. Well, maybe. I've never met a Sasquatch, so I can't say. But it's
Fingers
better
crossed.
better than any myth we got around here. We don't really have anything like that.
Yeah, I was
We
trying
got
to
like
think-
a haunted cemetery that's kind of close to us.
Yeah. There's always that like Rawsonville Road or something. That was always a myth coming up. It was like if you drove down the road and turned all your lights off in the
Oh,
middle of the
yeah.
night or something.
Something's supposed
Whatever.
to run out
I
or something.
told her about that.
Oh, really? Now, do people like let's see, what kind of cars do people drive in your area? Is it like older model
Or do they
to
like
us, or is it all train, subway?
So we we use a lot of public transport
Mhm.
because the cities are small, so you can just take the bus everywhere. But like the actual cars here, you have like huge cars, four-wheelers or vans or whatever, and we have like small cars. Thank you. We have like small cars, smaller.
Okay.
There's plenty of more waters too if you need another one there.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, we do have some big, ridiculously big cars here. You know, like some of them are a bit much, but
Yeah, I would agree. Like Navigators and older model Cadillacs. with like a couch in the back seat.
So you said that your area is known for like it's like witches and stuff. Is that why you're into Harry Potter and things like that? Is that
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that kind of like myths and stories, like not scary stories, but like stories like in Halloween and all that stuff. I like the kind of mood that we have there because it's different from here. Here, kids like dress up and and go trick or treating. We don't do that. We just dress up and make like it's different.
Is it more like a party or?
Yeah,
Okay.
because we don't go trick or treating. We don't do that.
No.
No. We
You're missing out. Did you go trick or treating here?
Could you
Yeah.
imagine trick or treating 7 floors on that apartment?
Oh,
Up and
so
down the
much-
stairs.
you wouldn't even have to leave the
Eating
building.
candy just to keep your adrenaline up there.
Did you enjoy trick or treating here?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool.
Awesome.
What'd you dress up as?
A character from a manga that I like, which was scary.
Okay. Now, so this has been a lot of fun for you two, right? Having her here, obviously. You've learned a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've learned more than I ever thought I'd learn about Spain, and
Really?
yeah, and-
don't talk much about Spain.
well, I mean, the cool thing is too is that there wasn't. I mean, there's still huge differences between, Spain and America, but at the same time, there was a lot that was bridging that gap that we had in common.
Right.
There
The human effect.
exactly. I
Right.
mean, it wasn't like, oh, okay, what are we gonna do with this person? When she comes over here, like, how are we gonna entertain her?
Right.
Like, is she gonna like the food that we eat and all this stuff? And it really was actually easy. Like, she fit right in so well that she's almost like our actual daughter.
Right.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. I mean, so like one of the hard things was trying to introduce things to her that she's never seen or read before, or listened to.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's, I've been arguing with her about the books. She reads all the time.
That's awesome.
But
And so I'm
that's
like-
just because I'm here and I get bored. I swear, in Spain, I don't read.
Right. Yeah. No, she reads all the time. And she's into her books, like, more than just like you would see.
Like,
people-
don't talk to me.
I walked in the house and she's on her knees bawling. I'm like, what's wrong? My show or my book? And I'm
No,
like,
it was the manga that I was watching.
oh yeah.
Well, anime.
But still, you still cry when you
Yeah.
read, watch
Yeah.
any of your shows. I'm
you
like,
get
oh
into
my
it.
gosh.
Divergent. I was crying that time, but I don't think you saw me.
But it's funny because she'll read a book and then we argue about it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, she gets into something and then, like, her and I
Yeah.
argue about everything pretty much. We just go back and forth, and
because-
it doesn't matter what it is. If we've both read it or seen it, we're having an argument.
Mhm.
But I mean, I think that's the kind of thing that I think we bonded really well. And it's been awesome having her here, and so she didn't even want to go back.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Well, you gotta get home. I'm sure you got tons of friends and stuff. Like, okay, wait. Do you not read it? Oh, did I hit something? Did I trip on a landmine there or what?
So I don't have friends here.
No, I meant back there.
Yeah, I know, but same thing, like on me every single day. Make friends, make friends, make friends, and I just make like 3 through the whole year.
But never hung out with them.
No.
Nothing. Like, she just never leaves the house. I told her I'm going to ground you from the house from like 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. You cannot come home. You just go find something to do.
Read in the library.
Grounded from the library.
Like, she's very easy to entertain. She's not like, oh, I'm bored. Like, she wants to stay home. She wants to read. She wants to, like, she's very in her head.
Yeah.
She's got so much going on that huge imagination. So, whatever.
Have you thought about being a writer? Maybe.
I like to write stuff.
Yeah.
But I write it and then a month later I read it and I think that's awful. So I just like throw it away.
Well, no, I would recommend not doing that because everything you do, like with this podcast, I hate the sound of my voice.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's very tough to go back and listen to our shows. It's like, oh, did you hear this one? No, I was there, but... Or like if I draw or paint, I could do something. I'm like, because you put so much pressure and notice every little detail about something.
Oh, yeah.
But everyone else will go, wow, that's amazing, or you're doing a great job. And you're like, look at that, that's wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. You'll
Yep.
pick it apart.
That's me.
So don't throw it away. Even if you don't like it, still hold on to it.
Whoops.
Well,
And for-
for moving forward, though. So, like, the next time you start writing, don't get rid of it. Just keep it, because you're the only one that you're your worst critic. Guaranteed.
Especially once you get back home, instead of throwing them
yeah.
away, mail them to them.
Yes.
And then they can keep them here for you.
Or if you
know.
write stories about your experiences here and then showing your friends there, you'd be like, oh, well, this one time this happened, this.
Yeah. I'm more of like I like to write like fantastic worlds or like fantasy Harry Potter like.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But I would say don't beat yourself up too much about it. And then you go, trash.
Yeah.
Like, this is my hat.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Drops, props, we got it all.
Oh, we try to
We're making
entertain
magic happen.
not just the audience listening at home.
Yeah.
We want to make sure our guests are having a good time.
So what are you really good at, Aldara?
You're doing this on purpose.
I can do a
But
cartwheel
hey, yeah,
like
no,
nobody's
that's good. Go
business.
ahead.
Yeah.
Well,
Debating,
I like
arguing.
yes, that too. I like drawing. a
Yeah.
lot, and I don't think I'm good at anything else. I don't know. I'm like normal at everything, and then maybe I'm a little bit better at drawing, a little bit,
So you're saying you could write and illustrate your own book?
Yes.
maybe.
Nice.
Yes,
Okay.
you could.
Okay.
I think you should.
Absolutely. Give it a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a huge binder full of all of her drawings, and then she even designed a purse for you, right?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like when my parents came here, they asked for like presents that they could give everybody. So they like, I'm like, can you can give like purses or bags for the girls, and they were like, you can draw something and we could put it in the bag and you can have it. So I drew a couple of things because I have like a digital thing, so I can draw in like a kind of tablet and it appears in my computer. And that's how I did it. But I don't like them.
Sweet.
Awesome. Yeah.
I don't like them.
You don't like what?
I don't like the drawings that I did. They
And
were
why
like
did you
weird.
draw them?
Because
And give them to your mom to put on the purse.
because at that moment they were like, okay, but now I don't like them.
But they're cute.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
exactly? You're overcritical of it while
Yeah.
they're like,
Love
that's
it,
sweet.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I do it every week when we do a show here.
Oh, yeah.
And when I listen back to it, I'm like, I can't believe I said that. Or
Right.
what am I doing?
Everyone
Yeah.
who does anything does that. Like my sister does pottery. She makes different like pots, vases, anything. And she's like, oh, that looks so stupid. I hate that. I messed up that. It's like, that looks really sweet. She's like, oh, I messed up the glazing. It looks dumb. It's like, no, it looks cool. She hates it, but she makes cool stuff. You're always going to be overcritical on yourself, but never throw stuff away and never stop doing it. Never like talk yourself into like, I'm never drawing again. Worst
No,
thing you can do.
No, I just throw like I get frustrated and just like
She'll say, I don't like this one. I'll be like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Just give it to me.
Yeah.
I put them in frames and put them on the wall.
yeah, can you take
No.
those out?
No.
At least change them.
No.
Okay,
They'll be there forever.
They
Yep.
will.
probably.
Rightfully so. I'm sure this has been like a whirlwind experience for you, right? Coming over here and all the
Yeah.
firsts and this and that. Same thing for y'all. I mean, it's had been, like you were saying, it's just the human effect, you know? You went into it like, what are we going to do? And you're coming out of it like, we didn't have to do anything.
And now they're
Right.
like, what are we going to do when she leaves?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. What am I gonna go do back there? I'm gonna be bored all day without any siblings around.
You're gonna be Skyping me all
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
all day. Now that I have Wi-Fi in my room.
Yeah, I couldn't even leave the house. Like, where are you going? The gas station? Can I come? Sure. Okay, I'm just right here. But can I come? I'm like, yeah. One time, I actually ran out of the house when she was in her bedroom just to like get a
Sneak
break.
out.
Yeah, to drive to Taylor.
Peeling out of the driveway.
I was like, oh my gosh, I can't go anywhere without her. But I knew it was gonna come to an end. Oh,
I'm less annoying now, right?
Oh.
A little bit.
less annoying.
A little bit.
I think you might be more because you're more comfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Now, what about like movie theaters? Did you go see a bunch of movies while you were here? Or
Um,
like, are movie theaters a big deal over there?
I mean, for me and my friends, we love going to the theater and just like watch movies. But here I went like once.
Just once?
We
Yeah.
had plans, and
Yeah.
then we get busy, and then she wanted to go see.
Endgame, and I couldn't because the boys went without me.
Oh, that's so mean.
Jeremy took the boys on
Oh.
his weekend, and then
And I didn't see it.
Yeah, I don't want to
Oh.
go sit in a theater for 3 hours.
And a half.
3.5.
It's worth it. It goes by quick.
Yeah.
You get invested in that.
Yeah.
Still have a few days left.
I'm not gonna spend them in the theater.
Ooh.
What are you gonna do? Spend it on the couch reading your book?
Maybe.
No.
Go see it. If you want to see it, go see it. Absolutely.
Well, I was kind of waiting for Patricia
Oh,
for my
okay.
friend.
Oh.
Go.
Priorities.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gee, thanks.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's the thing is too. I didn't know what to expect when
Mm.
she first came, and Nicole's like, "Oh, we gotta get a foreign exchange student and all this stuff." I'm like, all right, whatever. So, she's here. I'm like, okay, cool. I got an extra person in the house, but I don't know what to do, right? So I just go to work and come home. I'm like, hey, hi, you're,
What you doing,
yeah.
man? Reading a book?
Hey, new person in my house. Cool.
Yeah.
Eat
right?
some cereal. Go.
Yeah. So it's I don't know. I don't want to make her. I mean, I make people feel weird sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'll just hopefully she's comfortable and she's having a good time and whatever. But yeah, it's just kind of funny how it just morphed into I don't know. She's very comfortable in her skin. Very comfortable now. And then you wouldn't be able to see that unless you really got to really know her. I mean, she's sassy. She's
Sometimes.
she's pick on each other all the time, and I mean, it's just stinks to know she's leaving. Yeah.
Do you think that's because you said before, like where you're from, the people are loud? Like you were saying, she talks with her hands and different things. Is that maybe why y'all get your debates real heated
No, I
in
think
your
she's just
conversation?
intelligent like I am.
Oh,
oh,
thank you, and then you go.
She's like, thank you for the
I
compliment.
finally have like an equal in our.
Oh, pretty cool.
wow.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I didn't mean it like that.
You made
I
it.
just meant like, okay, so
Different opinions,
she's interested in the things that I like. Nicole isn't so much.
like Harry Potter.
Right? Exactly. See.
Or superhero movies?
Right.
Yeah.
So like, I finally was able to say, oh, cool, someone else that's kind of weird.
Yeah, and then you say that you don't like Ron.
I don't.
And we start arguing about that.
Yeah. Well, just argue.
Not a fan of Mr. Weasley.
Yeah. So
Jeez.
She was trying to sabotage Harry.
right.
Never forgive him.
It's just a redhead thing, I think. I don't know.
Hey, that's racist. That's a joke. Yeah.
But it's just kind of funny how we just like find it's like, oh wow, you're not that much different. Not at all.
Right.
So it was just really cool to find that groove and I don't know. It's just I try to pick her brain, figure
Right.
out how she, what is it? Out there always says, oh, I'm gonna miss Nicole, but then I'm like, well, is she gonna miss me at all? I was like, she's not gonna miss
Only
me.
when it's quiet at night and there's no arguing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I pick on her a lot.
A
No.
lot? Wait, a
What?
lot?
What? Not really. Yeah.
When you first got here, how were the kids at the school? Were they really
Um,
standoffish, or did they? Some of them approach you and really get to know you, or
So- I didn't like say out loud that I was from another country, and because my English was not like extremely bad, nobody really noticed until they talk a lot with me,
Mhm.
and I don't talk a lot. So I don't like raise my hand to answer the question, so nobody really knew until some teacher said it out loud, like my history teacher. And so people will come to me and ask me questions and then just forget about me. And it's weird. It's like they were interesting for like 5 minutes and then just leave. But I mean, it was cool. People talk to me.
Well, her school there, it had how many people?
Like 3,000. It's like a huge high school. Yeah.
Wait, which high school?
I mean,
Yours?
the high school from here is like 3,000, and the one that I have at home is like 300.
Oh, wow.
So-
That's tiny.
Yeah. So
Oh.
it's just different. It was so weird.
Are the school days longer? back home? Are they about the same or?
They're an hour less. I mean, I was just doing that math the other day because I have 6 classes and a break of half hour, and each class is like 60 minutes. But in Spain, I have 6 classes of 50 minutes and then a break of half. So I have an hour less because I enter at school as like 8:45 and I get out at 2:30. It's the same. So it's like an hour less. I mean, an hour more here.
Okay.
So, is it 5 days a week there?
Oh yeah, it's the same. And
It's
then
the same.
We have now in 12th grade and 11th grade, we have 4 extra hours in the afternoon. We have 2 on Tuesdays and 2 on Thursdays. Thursdays. So we have from like 8:45 to 2:30, and then we have from 4 to 6 on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Wow.
Yeah, we have like extras.
You have 2 extra hours of school.
4.
2 days or
Yeah,
4 extra.
I mean, yeah, like 2
1 day.
2 Thursday and 2 Tuesday. Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be tough to go back for. Like,
I know, right?
Yeah.
you get out of school and you're like, yeah, I got to go back. All right. I'd be like, maybe I'm not going back.
So your school days are an hour shorter there,
Yeah.
but you learn more than you do here.
How do you think an exchange student from, say, Michigan would do in Spain?
I mean, it's weird because it's harder, but it's not like you're learning less. You're learning it like faster. And we don't have tests, like our tests are not like you have 4 answers and you have to choose one. They ask you a question and you have to write
it out.
3 pages of that one. So it's totally different.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All essay questions.
I barely survived school here.
Yeah, she came home one time. You never really see her do homework, right? And
Not really.
I asked her, I was like, "How was school?"
She's
She's
3
like,
years ahead.
Yeah, exactly. That's what she. I was like, "How?"
I connected all the dots. Thank you.
Yeah.
Then I got to leave.
Exactly. Yeah. She's like, when I said to her, I said, "How was school today?" She's like, "I learned this stuff like 3 years ago," And she's like, "It's whatever." And I'm thinking, "What are you learning?" What'd you say? It was like trigonometry or something like that.
No. I mean, I don't know.
Whatever it was something that I didn't learn. Yeah, it was like advanced.
Like
And
chemistry or something?
Maybe. Yeah, it might have
Okay.
been chemistry. There you go.
Chemistry?
Yeah, I never
Okay.
took that. Yeah.
Okay.
But she's like, this chemistry is whatever. It's, old school stuff.
Right.
Did you take the SATs?
No, I didn't took the SATs because I'm not gonna.
Go to college here,
Yeah.
See, I didn't click that. She's like, I'm not taking the SATs. I'm like, what? You're gonna fail.
You're not going to get into a good school.
Right.
Don't you want to go to Dartmouth? What?
I did really bad. I did the PSAT,
Oh, okay.
but I did bad, like bad, because I'm not good with like bubblies. Well, wait, I don't know. That's how my teacher calls it. Sorry, like you have 4 answers and you. choose one.
Scantron
Multiple
test.
choice.
Oh, you said bubblies.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
bubblies.
Scantron
I
test.
like it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
No,
what.
it sounds way cooler than anything else.
Bubblies.
Multiple choice or Scantron.
Yeah, that's what my history teacher says. Let's do some bubblies.
Don't forget, next Tuesday we got the bubblies. It's like,
Yeah, that's how he talks. My favorite teacher.
So, but you had fun, right?
Yeah.
Being here, that's the most important thing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
that is cool.
Yeah.
That's an awesome experience for both of you guys.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Are you gonna do it again?
No.
Like, no.
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 No. Nichole was worried that she might like someone else more. She's like, we'll just stick with Aldara.
Thanks.
No, I asked the kids if they wanted to, and
Yeah.
they were like, no, because it'll make us miss her.
Right,
and what if
right.
they're not as cool as her? And then I said, if we were ever to do it, it would be when the kids are in high school. Because
So they
they
can-
can take the foreign exchange student out of the house
Right.
and get
To
them
do
to
things,
hang
yeah.
out.
Right.
Yeah.
I just don't think I could do it again because, Aldara fit so well. And then now she's the standard.
Yeah, and the next one will be some like
Right, the
gator
next one,
hunting
come
Aussie
on,
kid or
like,
something.
just do, like,
Crocodile
3 months,
Dundee
6
comes
months,
in,
Get him out of here.
Going out to the light.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Yeah, Aldara's kind of like, she set the bar, I think, pretty high. So it's like, no, we don't need to do another.
Look at that impact you had.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We were talking about our kids being foreign
Foreign
exchange
exchange
students.
And I picked them. Like,
Oh, that'd be cool.
yeah.
Yeah, send the boys over to her
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Phyllis.
and Phyllis.
I think she's the ones that is more excited about. I don't think.
I don't want to send her. She might not come back to us. Aldara.
Aw.
Well, we got one thing we need to do real quick, just because we do it every show. We got to touch on our beer of the week.
We do.
Um,
We'll get through it.
we'll make it quick. We got Big Lake Brewing. I don't know if you ever heard of them. It's
We're fans.
Fantastic brewery out of Holland, Michigan. We haven't had a bad beer from them yet. Everything we've had has been awesome.
This is true. And they do wonderful
Their
designs
artwork's
on
always
their
cool.
Cans, yeah.
Where's this from?
This
Holland.
is from Big Lake Brewing
Oh, okay.
out of Holland, Michigan. And, tonight we're doing Z's Pet Dinosaur, which is a New England style IPA. Now, on the Untapped app, there isn't much about it other than a New England style IPA with Galaxy and Citra hops. I have not looked on the can to see if there was something else yet. Oh, here we go. A monster bouquet of Galaxy and Citra hops, backed by a flavor punch that makes for a one-of-a-kind New England IPA. It's cool because it has a little dinosaur with a collar. Just kind of neat.
I learned something. Are you fans of craft beer?
Does that make you sad?
What?
Does that make you sad?
Why would that make you sad?
What?
Well, he's chained up.
Whoa.
He's a dinosaur. Has anyone seen Jurassic Park?
Yeah, like the mice.
I took her to Cabela's.
Oh.
Oh, the mountain.
She was like, it was almost like Ace Ventura when in the second movie when he walks in that big room and he's like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, what a lovely room of death.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was her the whole time. She's like, I can't be here. I hate this.
At first, I thought it was like they were like fake. They were like just fake, and then when I realized it was real, no.
Time to go.
Yeah, I was looking at the ground the whole time.
I was like, how are you depressed coming here? This is American, right?
That's about as American as it
It's
gets.
a true story.
Yeah. She's
Oh.
like, oh.
They're still animals.
I was like, I told her, I was like, okay, even though they were shot, it's educational. She's like, that's cool, but use fake things, you know. So,
Solid point.
yeah, I kind of felt bad bringing her, but you know, I love it.
Oh yeah.
Did you happen to go to the DIA at all? Detroit Institute of Arts?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I went with my parents when we were
Awesome.
here.
Did you like it?
Yeah, that was cool.
Awesome.
I was thinking because the name was like familiar. I'm like, wait.
That's one of the things if anyone visits Michigan or the Detroit area that they've never been, I would
That was
steer
cool.
them towards because a lot of cool stuff in there.
Plus, my mom and I like love art. Like one of our favorite things. So that was pretty cool.
Very cool.
Oh, wait, I'll tell you this. When almost, what was it, like maybe a week after she got here,
What?
Oh,
we were
okay.
playing tetherball.
Oh yes.
And I held the ball, and she was on my left side.
I was on your team.
Oh.
And there's two other people playing. And I said, is everybody ready? Right? Everybody said yeah.
I said yeah.
Aldara said yeah. I hit that thing so hard, and that thing drilled her right in the face. Right in the face.
Because I thought you were gonna hit it the other way.
Yeah. It hit her so bad, I felt guilty. She ran into the house
Crying.
crying.
and
then
I
she- yeah.
go.
And then
Sorry.
she,
You didn't
she
lose a
came
tooth
out,
or
and
anything,
I
did you?
felt horrible. And then she was like, no. I don't know what you said. Like, she was trying to make me not feel so bad.
I mean, I
Good
came in
hit.
crying. I came in crying, and I got out laughing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just fun. It was just like the moment, like I got scared, but then it was so funny just to remember that.
Yeah.
I felt horrible. I thought I was like, oh, God.
Like if it happened now, you wouldn't do the crying part. You would probably laugh it off a little
mean-
more.
Or
'cause-
duck.
If it's yeah, probably.
Right.
I mean, if it's as hard, I mean, it hurt, but
Right.
it was just funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play with that one again with you. Well, I did play that again the other day, actually.
What do you guys think about Aldara, Spain altogether?
I think this has been fun. I'm so glad that you said you would come over and do this.
It's been very
Yeah,
cool.
because it would be one thing for me to get on Facebook and ask this question.
Yeah.
Ask it. You know,
Yeah.
How
that-
does she feel about this?
Right,
I don't know.
right.
Yeah.
Well,
But
it's
you
hard-
coming on, that has to be, well, to me, it's amazing that you were willing to like, yeah, I'll go to another country and live with
Yeah.
another family I've never met and
Right.
see how that goes.
I mean, I got lucky, but
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah, I mean, there's people that has to change families because they cannot live with the one that
Oh, yeah.
they choose. So yeah, I got lucky.
But that's very brave
Yeah.
to do that in the first place.
Maybe.
All right, seriously though, you can be honest. Was there ever a moment where you were like, "I'm out.
Get
I don't
me
want.
outta
I don't want to be
here."
here no more."
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I got sad like after a month because I miss my parents. But
Oh, yeah,
it's
right.
not like I want to leave. Like
Okay.
no, not at all.
I've kind of asked her questions like that. Like,
Well, yeah.
You know, is there anything that
You will change.
As
yeah,
long as
that
it
you
wasn't.
would change, or did I say anything to you that was like a lie? Like, did you expect what you got?
Yeah, the other day we were reading the emails that we sent to each other, and every single thing was like just so funny because the first one that she wrote me, like we had to write a letter, so the other one can read it like a resume, I guess. And
Kinda
so
introducing
she,
yourselves to each
yeah,
other.
so she reread.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, okay, reread that one, and it was just everything was true. Like every single thing was true, and it was just so funny because sometimes I thought she was exaggerating, like
Exaggerating,
There you
right?
go.
We have 17 different
Yeah,
animals.
right.
Yeah.
Guess what your job's gonna be? Cleaning the camera. Yeah.
She actually chose that job.
Oh,
I
wow.
didn't give it to her.
What's better than cleaning the tarantula cage, I guess?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
don't
that
don't sign up
somebody-
for that.
For my birthday, we made like a treasure hunt thing, and one of the clues was in the cage with a tarantula.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
That is
I'm
very cool.
Like I said, I'm so happy. We're very happy that you would come over and do this for
Yeah.
us
Thank you.
and talk
for
to us. And
letting me come
oh,
here.
absolutely. And this will be on the internet forever,
This is
so
true.
you can
Crazy.
go back. You know, yeah, that's cool though.
It will.
Maybe some of the people in your home
Yeah.
will hear it and see how far you've come since they knew you before you left. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go back home, and if any of your friends or anyone you know that's thinking about, like, oh, maybe next year I'll try to be an exchange student, what advice would you give them about it?
To
I
make
don't-
friends.
Yeah.
Bring a lot of books.
Yeah, but I don't know because I mean each family is different. So I'm not gonna say be friendly like Harry Potter because it's like everybody's different. So I don't know. I would just say like if you don't like it, be honest with the family because you can change it. If you really, because there's people that just like feel uncomfortable and they just stay there because they don't want to change again in schools and stuff. And if you don't like it, change it because maybe this whole experience will be better if you just like it. So one of my friends that was in New York, she had to change families because the one that she was living with this girl, this mother, and she was not a good parent. I don't want to like throw trash at the
Right.
poor lady.
Right. No.
But-
No, that's all right.
And she just changed and then she had the best time ever. So that will be my advice. Just like, don't be afraid of change.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then
You guys have a bathroom?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, edit.
Yeah, edit. We can
go
take
around
a
the side of the garage and there's a blue tarp.
Oh,
Go through the blue tarp.
I would check the fence and the roof for a possum.
There's possums out here.
I had a bad experience.
So was this as nervous as you thought it was going to be?
No.
She said you were shy. You don't seem too shy. Seemed like you opened up pretty good,
Yeah.
especially being around two people you've never met before. This is true. You know.
Yeah, I'm more shy with teenagers and things. I mean, I'm good with kids. I'm good with adults. I'm bad with
People
kids
your
my
age.
Yeah.
We talked on Skype. When was that?
Like two of us.
Remember you were
first
talking
time?
to the kids, and
Yeah.
we're like, "Hi, how are you?" She said, "I'm good. I'm good."
Yeah, it
I was
was-
like, "Okay, this is really awkward." So I thought she was gonna come, just being all shy.
No.
But
I
she
mean,
wasn't.
when we had that call, I was not expecting it. I think I just like hit it by accident or something. I don't know what it was. I wasn't expecting to talk to you, and then I remember Garrett not even want like the little one didn't even want to say hi to me, and then the older one that's like they're all smaller, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
the older one from the smallest,
Oh yeah.
just say like hi. bye.
Yeah, and then Felicity sat down and was trying to talk to you,
Yeah.
and
And I was like, yeah, cool.
cool.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Okay. I was like, all right, we'll talk later.
Okay.
Bye.
Never
This
talk
has been
again.
real swell.
I know.
We
But
never.
she literally just came here, and it was like we knew each other forever.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like it's a mom-daughter relationship.
No.
No.
No. No. Yeah. I mean, but I, like you said, I'm like in the middle of you two. Like, I'm like you, and I'm like Adam.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
we
a
keep
mix.
saying she's like our child.
Right.
It's weird. It's creepy.
Yeah. And plus, there's like not a big age difference. Like, not a lot. I'm with my parents. I have like, my dad is 40 years older than me, and this dad, it's what 17 years older than
Right.
me. So it's weird to think about.
Yeah, that's a little different for sure.
Welcome back.
I'm sure I have plenty more questions that I could ask, but
Go for it.
no, I it's the dead zone, man. I can't
It
think
is.
in here.
Well,
Later tonight, you'll be, oh, I should ask this.
I know, right?
Then the Facebook questions. Oh, ask her this.
well, no, that's the thing is like sometimes too, you'll have, what do I want to know about somebody from Spain? But the cool thing is once you get to know her, just more stuff starts popping up, and that's why we've had so many late night debates. Is that things will start popping up, and then she's very firm on a lot of her stuff, Yeah.
Even though it's wrong,
Yeah.
she's firm.
We have like totally different opinions in some stuff, so the debates are really interesting.
But it's cool to know. I mean, it's cool to know because I ask her a lot of questions, and stuff like what's your government like, what, how, like, do you guys vote? Do you guys do stuff like that? What's your atmosphere? I don't know, because I don't know how Spain works.
Right. Yeah. Me neither.
Yeah. So I'm asking all this stuff, and then as she's answering, I'm throwing things at her, and it's very fascinating, unique. I think it all depends too on how comfortable you feel with somebody to go to certain places.
True.
Yep.
Like, do we really want to touch
Talk
on that
about that,
subject?
yeah.
Right.
You're basically describing our podcast.
Oh, really? Yeah.
That's usually what happens here.
This is
Especially with a guest in studio, conversation, ask a question, the conversation goes that way.
It's
Right.
true.
Bring
You
it back
never know
in,
where
the
it's gonna
conversation
go.
goes this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the thing is with Aldara, it's like it's been really cool to get to know her, and then she'll go deep. You're like, whoa, where'd that come from? It's like the
Whoa.
Matrix, yeah.
Yeah.
And I like that about her too. It's like, you look at a book and you're like, I wonder how this book is. It doesn't look, like I don't know what to expect about this book. It's pretty, it's leather, whatever, and then you open it up and it's amazing. And that's kind of what Aldara is like.
Aw, thanks.
That was beautifully said.
That was nice. That's like a Hallmark card.
You should start a podcast.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really say much about me.
Well, that's all right.
Oh.
She doesn't like you, remember?
Yeah.
What?
I said she doesn't like you, remember?
That's right, yeah. She doesn't like me at all.
Ew.
No, but the cool thing is we get to joke around a lot, like every day, constantly I'll tell her she's grounded,
Yeah.
like every day.
You're grounded. Oh, again?
Or if I'm arguing with Nichole, I'll ask her.
Who you siding with?
Exactly.
And I always go with Nichole.
Always me.
It's probably the smart choice.
Stop asking that question.
Yeah.
Right.
One time she'd be like, "You not." You'd be like,
Right.
"Oh."
What'll make it easier going home though is you'll have all kinds of inside jokes from them and the kids and stuff that you'll find yourself laughing at over back home.
Right.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
It'll be that moment and you'll laugh and think about it. Nobody else will understand. Nobody else will get it. They won't feel it like you will, but you'll have it.
Every time you watch Friends.
Yeah, and every time something of like Harry Potter comes in, oh, that sound with the airplanes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you get today?
The what?
What'd you get today as a gift?
Oh, so we went before coming here. We went to a lady's house. I don't know, and I got a teacher, a friend's teacher. That instead of putting friends, it says Aldara.
Oh, really?
Letters, and in the back, it's the one when we came to America or something. I came to America or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like the title, like all the friends title.
The
have
one when they were on a
with-
break.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool, and she made one for my best friend too, which is
Aw,
cool.
that's nice.
It's a stand-up move.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so weird because there's so many things that we loved before Aldara.
Mm-hmm.
Like Nichole and I were like, oh man, like we love this, we love that, blah blah blah. And then Aldara comes along and is like, I love all those things. And then, she says something, she'll quote something from a movie or a show or a book, right? And just die laughing.
Yeah.
Because
Or you will quote something from Friends, and I will continue it, or
yeah,
know what
we
it's
just play off
about.
each other. Yeah.
Yeah. Like this
So-
morning.
Now, when you watch Friends, do you clap in the beginning?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
She even rewinds it to do it again.
Because I don't do it right, so I have to do it right.
A perfectionist.
Yeah, she is an extreme perfectionist.
Maybe in some things.
Like I'll look at something that she like drew, and then I look at it and I go, wow, this is awesome. She's like, I don't like it.
The hand's
this,
wrong.
I don't like that. I don't like this. Oh, still, like if you look at her book of all of her drawings, you can see where she started out and where she's finishing. And you're going through and you're going, wow, I can see the progression.
It's the only way to get better.
Yeah,
Just
I can see
continue
it.
to
I
do
can
it.
see it. And she's so critical on herself, but but that seems to be a like a tendency with a lot of people that are really good at stuff.
Oh yeah.
They're
Oh, yeah.
very critical.
Absolutely.
Even
Yeah.
professionals do it.
Yeah. Yeah, but she still hasn't won me over on that Japanese stuff.
The manga and the
Yeah.
anime, yeah.
It's a different beast.
The anime stuff, I don't know
Yeah.
it either.
Yeah.
No.
I just love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it popular in Spain?
No.
No, not at all.
I'm a weird one in Spain too. And my friends, we just like,
You really were the missing piece to their puzzle, weren't you?
yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, that's the like she had. I mean, and I'm talking like this book is thick. This manga thing she's got.
Mhm.
Oh, Death Note.
Yeah,
Yeah, like it was like 2,000 pages.
yeah, and I was like, well, how do you know? Because I've heard manga is like it could be like inappropriate things for kids in there, right?
Could be.
Yeah.
Japanese people are weird.
They got a different agenda.
A little
this is
bit,
true. Yeah.
So I'm like, how do you know what's appropriate? Like, if you go to our library, this is for little kids, this is for young adults, that's for adults, right? How do you know what manga thing is okay and which one is She's
You
like, you
don't.
don't.
You
really
don't.
don't.
Yeah.
Because I started reading a manga.
Mm.
At first was like so cool, and then it got so weird, but it was still so good, so I had to keep reading. But it got even weirder, and then it got even like more good, like better and stuff, and it just gets weird. It goes weird places, and it's like, okay, but you still like it.
Yeah. Which makes me wonder what she's been exposed to.
Oops.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, like Death Note, that's a pretty good one until the end, because I was gonna let Felicity read it, but no, no.
She's
No, don't
At
do
the
that.
negative.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, I'll tell you, we've been talking for a long time.
We have.
We should probably wrap this bad boy up.
I do have one last question. Is there anything that you haven't done yet that you wanted to do before you left?
I don't know. I mean, I can't think of anything right now.
No. Okay.
No.
Trying to think of what's specific to our area. Like, did you drink Faygo Pop?
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Better made chips.
Better
Yeah.
made chips. Okay.
Burners.
Verners, yeah.
I think you take me to me to every single like place that's different.
Yeah. I don't know.
Me neither.
I don't know. It's like, well, that's the thing is out there is like a different breed, So when it comes to a bucket list, it seemed like just coming over here was a big bucket list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds like weird, but I got to read all these books that I was not going to read at home. Like, I've been wanting to read Harry Potter for like the past 10 years, and I didn't do it until I came here, which is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gets stuck on that. She was just like, she
Don't
kept
talk to
she
me.
kept showing me, hey, this is how far I got in this book,
Yeah.
And then I kept telling her, I was like, when you get done with that, you need to read Hunger Games.
And I read them, and
Yeah.
then I start like reading all these
Yeah.
like famous collection that went to the theaters, like Harry Potter, the Hunger Games, Divergent, Percy Jackson, all those kind of stuff. I just read them, and I was just like crazy.
And that's the thing is it's kind of made us as host family very easy, because I'm thinking, oh great, we got to entertain her. We have
Shit, library card's free.
Yeah, right, exactly. We got to take her all over the place and
Right.
show her America and then Michigan and all this stuff. And then here she's like, hey, I'm good with my mind. Like, you know, you give me a book and she just
Stop
likes-
talking to me.
She just loves hanging out and being near you and with you. And that's all she really wants. Yeah, she doesn't need this. I need to experience, you know, the UP and all this stuff. She's like, hey, I'm good here. And so it's made it really a lot easier, but kind of I had to adjust to that. I'm like, really? You don't want to, you know,
Go do this.
yeah,
go do
exactly.
that. Right.
No,
yeah,
no,
right.
I'm good, right? Yeah. So
Yeah, we'll just be drawing in the table, and then like my brothers just one with the Legos, the other one with the toys, then music all over the place. I just like that kind of vibe.
And you guys don't really need, have you been to northern Michigan? Did you guys go up north at
we
all?
went up north once.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to West Branch.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
that was cool.
That's, yeah.
We
That's
went
what we
fishing.
got, right? I mean, crossing the Mackinac would probably be the next big
The
thing. Like
biggest thing,
Mackinac
yeah.
Island probably would have been a pretty cool
Yeah.
experience
Yeah.
if you had the time and the money
Right.
and stuff like that. But other than that, really,
and when her parents came, you know, I think for me especially, it was I wanted to make sure that they were having a good time. And you know, with Aldara, it's like, oh, okay, like she's been here, she's comfortable, whatever. But when her parents came, I'm like, oh man, I really want to make sure that they're entertained, having a good time. And the time difference, like they came to New York and then they came to Michigan and then they went to Chicago. Yeah. So,
where you're like, this is our cat room.
right. Yeah. Well, the main thing is I wanted them to know that, hey, we're taking care of your daughter.
Right.
Like
Well, yeah.
you gave us your child.
Yeah, right.
Your prized possession.
We're holding up that
Yeah.
responsibility.
It's not 20 minutes away either.
Right, exactly. Like
the other
you
side of the
were
world.
across the world,
Mhm.
and so I really like my main thing was like I want them, to know, hey, what do you think?
Right.
Like, are we passing your bar here?
Yeah.
And so
Because I'm
that-
sure you would want to do the same thing if your kid went.
exactly,
and did that
And
experience.
that was a big deal for me. Was when they came over. So
Right.
I mean, my parents, they just love you. Like, the whole
Aw.
family. Got so lucky that you got to be with that family because they feel safe that I was here. So that's
Aww.
yeah, that was pretty cool.
Well, what it sounds like, everything's been pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's good.
yeah.
That's
So
good.
maybe you guys can look into doing it yourself, getting a foreign exchange student.
Yeah.
She's seen John's face.
I'll do it if I can trade my 2 kids away and bring one in that don't know me. That'd be perfect. I kid. If my kids ever hear this, I'm joking.
Wow. Kind of doubtful to hear this.
All right, let's put this baby to bed.
Again,
Episode 87, right? I know. Let's try it again.
Hey, thank you for having us on.
thank you for coming
Absolutely.
on.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, Aldara. for being a
Thank
part
you.
of it.
And this will be out there forever, so you
Yep.
can just go back and listen to it whenever you want.
Yay.
Cool.
Super
I know that's
exciting,
good
yeah.
and bad.
No, it's good.
Okay, cool.
Everything is good.
It is.
Again, well, have a safe trip back.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. Thank you. And
Thank you.
what?
Ouch.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
You're done, apparently. Thank you for your time.
That mic got yanked back there. You got the hook.
And you're done.
But we want to thank all of our listeners for checking back in with us. We will catch you next time right
For
here
episode 88.
on the Corner House Chronicles. Any last words, real quick? Anything?
No, I do. Ready?
Oh. Here we go.
Get it. Hurry up. You got the hook back.
No, I just want to say
He
Aldara,
loves Ron Weasley.
I love you. No, I
Aw.
don't love Ron Weasley. And I will say that till I die.
He will say it too,
But I
Ron.
do appreciate and love Aldara. And I'm so grateful she's been here with us. And Ron Weasley sucks.
Great way of ending this.
I love you too, Aldara.
Love you both.
And Ron Weasley.
Hey, Ron Weasley.
Ruining the moment.
He's got one role here.
It's to ruin the moment. That's my job. I'm sorry.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Still here, folks. Now check this out.
Thornvale is a narrative-driven actual play podcast following 3 monster hunters as they fight to keep a small town in Florida safe from the creatures that threaten it. It's full of action.
I'll be like, I'll distract him, you get him. And so I'm going to try...
Okay, Bjorn, how are you going to get him? Comedy.
I just got this image in my head, now this is me, not Sammy, of this dragon that was collecting materials for a chicken farm.
And truly awful dice rolls.
Nope, another 3. That's my second 3 in a row.
Oh my gosh.
If that sounds like it's up your alley, then look us up wherever you listen to podcasts.